Hi, Glenn van den Burg with Never Enough Strats with a very special guitar. And I know that almost every video I make, I start with telling you that this is a very special guitar, but it is. So you gotta forgive me for that. I have in my hands a 1998, 1998 Fender Custom Shop Relic. 60s model, 1960s model in Sunburst. And if you are not so, if you don't have all the information about how the custom shop started doing relicing, then you're probably like, oh, okay, it's just an old relic guitar. Well, it's not. It has a special story because we're going back to the start of the custom shop, 1987. It was also the year that the Fender Corona factory was opened, and a small part of that was the custom shop. But because it was a new factory, Fender did not have the necessary equipment, but also not the necessary permits to finish guitar bodies and guitar necks with nitrocellulose, which is a difficult word, nitrocellulose finish. They became aware in the beginning of the 90s that relicing was starting to get more popular and more popular. They did some relicing themselves, but most of the times it was just when they were repairing guitars in the Fender custom shop for their more famous clients. So let's say that there was a guitar that needed a new neck because it was broken or something was wrong with it. Then they put in a new neck. But of course, if you have an old guitar which is a bit worn and you have a brand new neck on it, it just doesn't look right. So what they did was they aged the neck so it was like the old neck that was on it on the original guitar. But they couldn't do the nitrocellulose finish, and they also didn't really have the skills to do a good relic. Vince Cunetto, which was liaised with Fender, did have that knowledge and had a workshop in which he could do the nitrocellulose finish. So what Fender did was they started making, I think it was 1995, they started making Fender Stratocasters and Telecasters in a Relic version. They didn't have the Journeyman and all the different kinds of sorts of relics. They just had Relic or New. But Vince Cunetto did it for them. And what they did was Fender sent a bunch of necks and a bunch of bodies, and they sent all the bridges and the tuning machines and the knobs and the pickups. They just sent batches of them to the workshop of Vince Cunetto, and he, from all these different parts, made the relics. And he had some secrets in which he could relic these guitars in a really nice way. He only did that from 95 until 99. So in 99, Fender started doing the relicing themselves. And Vince Cunetto never shared his secrets with Fender. So Fender had to find out by themselves how to do a great relicing job. And in my hands is a guitar from 1998. So this is one of the Vince Cunetto reliced custom shop guitars. So all the parts were done by at the workshop of Vince Cunetto. And this is a very sought after guitar because it was just such a short period of time in which Cunetto did it, and they're just really great guitars. So they're quite valuable, collectible, and I have one, and I'm very happy with it. And the great thing about this guitar is that when it was made in 1998, it wasn't this heavily reliced, of course, because it has been played. It used to belong to an Italian guitar player who played it on stage, and it is because of that far more relic than it probably was when it was originally from the Cunetto workshop. So you see all the paint that is worn off. The whole neck is worn off, so it plays really, really nice. And you see, of course, this part of the guitar where your arm rests, and of course where there's a lot of movement, you can just see the wood shining through. It's almost bare wood that you're looking at. So really good example of a very, very nice guitar in the 60s specs setup, which is in my shop nowadays the most sought after guitar. I mean, if I have 60s style custom shop guitars, they're probably gone within 1 or 2 weeks. It's unbelievable how fast they sell. So this is a very special guitar, very great guitar, and I can imagine that you want to hear what it sounds like. Do I have to tell more about it? I think this story was long enough. Okay, let's see what it sounds like. I'll just go through all the switch positions. It has a 5-way switch in it, so 5 positions. Okay, this was the neck, so now neck and middle. Middle position. Middle and bridge position. That didn't make any sense. Bridge position. So that was the 5 positions. Let's see what it sounds like when I put on the gain channel. Alright, bridge position with the gain channel. Wow, excellent playing guitar. Well, if you like relicking, and I know some of you hate it, they just like, well, give me just a brand new guitar that's nice and shiny with no specks or dings or cracks on it. Well, okay, I have those two. And I have another video about a great 1992 custom shop guitar, which is still brand new. So watch that video. But if you like a Relic, well, this is it. This is definitely it. It just feels like, and of course it also is an older guitar which has been played a lot, but it really feels like you're holding a 60s real Strat in your hands. All right, so the Vince Cunetto 1960 custom shop Stratocaster from 1998, so it's not a real 1960. In 3-tone Sunburst, where it's still on the guitar. Probably available in my shop. If not, other great things are in my shop. Check out the website neverenoughstrats.com. If you like the video, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Well, you know what to do. And well, for now, bye-bye.